everyone. It's me, Grace Isn't Funny. So what happened was I did film my monologue and it looked really cute and it was all like serious and put together, and then that footage just went away. So I'm not redoing that. I'm here editing this in my robe. Anyway, this episode is a little different. It's a little bit more on the serious side, which I know is weird for me. I'm a comedian, I do all that, but I just feel like, I don't know, the times right now are so confusing and scary and hard, and so am I. And that was like a dick joke, but it's not funny today. The public needs to be more informed. We need more public service announcements. Title drop. And so that's sort of what this episode is. I wanted to inform the public, and I know that there's a little something in here for each and every one of you watching. So please pay attention, take notes, spread it around, spread awareness, and just like hug your loved ones extra tight today. And just remember, please do not laugh at this episode, because this is a serious episode. It's not funny. Please enjoy episode 4 of Grace's Apartment Show.
Hello, my name is Theodore Big Wiener. Don't! And I was once like you, a high schooler falling susceptible to peer pressure. Thinking it's cool to smoke weed, to take the gummy, to hook up with Mary Jane. I was 18. Just because she's a teacher doesn't make her a pedophile. We were in love. I became addicted to the high. Yes, it can happen. Today I'm going to give you all the reasons why you shouldn't do it. First up, it is not cool to partake in gardening. In fact, it makes you look like a loser. You want to be cool? Go to school. Learn about culture. Help your community. I help my community. Every Thursday night at 10 p.m. in the Kohl's parking lot. I meet up with some friends and I give them money because they need it, and they give me baking supplies. Don't bake, bake. Next. The green, it makes you dumb. Makes you a stupid idiot up there, okay? Every stoner you meet is like, oh, hey, you wanna go chill? You wanna go chillax? You wanna go become hoodlums? You wanna go murder? Okay? You lose it up here. You lose it. You need tools to help make you smart. Those friends behind the Kohl's parking lot, they give me about 3.5 grams of tools. Next. Last, you will smell bad and you will look even uglier. Look at how good I look. You want to look like me. You don't want to look like him. That's Mary Jane's husband. I'm so successful because I don't do weed anymore, okay? So I make anti-drug P.S.As in my mom's basement. What are you doing? Be like me. Quit the Mary Jane and do more cocaine.
Hello, my name is Fernetta Pryor and I'm running for Congress. I know what you're thinking. What? This old hag? And it's true. I am 93 years old, but I have a good heart. And I'm not talking medically. I'm sort of talking in the way of when I see a pigeon, I don't kick it, no matter how bad I want to. My heart is on the brink. And you know what else is on the brink? This country. I believe we need to bring back traditional values And I know what you're thinking. Some kind of mind reader. I know what you're thinking. Fernetta, we're already back to traditional values. It's practically 1950s, just with more robots and gay people. And to that I say, I'm not talking about the 1950s. I was thinking more 1650s. You know, a Jamestown sort of energy. We need famine, because famine builds character, and democracy needs character in order to work. And you know who said that? Jesus. Don't believe me? What are you gonna do? Ask him? He's not here anymore. It was just yesterday I found out that 69 is not a sexual position. So, yeah, it goes to show we all have things to learn. And I bet you're wondering if I've done that position. And guess what? I'm not gonna tell you, pervert. Growing up, I had yellow fever, and it taught me a very valuable lesson. Never, ever trust a man with two watches, because he always knows when your time is over. Death. Fernetta Pryor. A prior future ahead. No prior arrests, except for those 4 times.
Trump supporters, aren't you tired of being discriminated against, of walking around having to hide your true self, never being able to freely express your political ideas, only being able to talk about it 11 out of the 24 hours of the day to anyone who will listen? After Election Day, the MAGA movement is disappearing. Well, do we have the perfect opportunity for you? Introducing MAGA Island. Just off the coast of the Gulf of America is a new land, still a part of America, but away from the liberals you despise. The amenities are endless. First of all, a community just as hateful as you, a place where you are free to judge, a place where you can all come together and make fun of minorities and anyone who is different than you. Don't worry, everyone on the island will probably be white. There will be worship centers, one church and several centers with Trump shrines, because God is cool and all, but we know the president is much more important. And because of the one church, you can still tell people you are a Christian. Far away from the Democrat-run, dangerous cities of the rest of America, MAGA Island will be your own personal safe haven. The community you build will all come together to create a new home. You'll share food and resources until you're stable and until there is a job market. The top 1% of earners in the first fiscal year get to use the bottom 40% for food. It's a perfect model of America you've been dreaming of. MAGA Island, practically Mar-a-Lago, always home. Hello, this is your mandatory anti-harassment training. The following scenarios are portrayed by actor. Example 1 deals with sexual harassment. Hey employee.
Hey, boss.
I'm now going to grab your breasts. Honka honka squeeze squeeze.
Whoa, Nelly! I did not consent.
That was no good. Remember, consent is important. Here's this scenario corrected. Hey employee.
Hey, boss.
Do I have consent to grab your breasts?
No, that makes me uncomfortable.
Remember, I am your boss, so...
Fair point. Squeeze away.
Always remember, bosses are more important than you. The next situation deals with discriminatory behaviors.
Hey, Grant. I heard you were a homosexual.
It appears so.
Well, not for long, pal. I got 2 airbags and some drapes ready to be pulled back with your name on it. And I just cleaned my back seat, and I'm not just talking about my car. Let's go.
No, thank you. Now I feel discriminated against for my sexuality. See, that's not how we go about things here. Here's what should have happened.
Hey, Grant. I heard you were a homosexual.
It appears so.
Well, pack up your things. You're fired.
All right.
We do not allow homosexuals in our office. You're almost done. Lastly, let's discuss the dress code. Now, you know that isn't appropriate office wear. Go change and try again. That's better. There are no sunglasses in the office. We want to see your eyes, not imagine what they look like. You've reached the end. Now there will be a 60-point quiz about what you've learned.
Now? Okay. Hello, my name is Susanna, and I was James's next door neighbor. I remember the first time I saw James, he was so charming. He was so charming and he was so dynamic. I saw him and he was burying something in his backyard, evidently. I think his sweat and his appeal distracted me from the fact that there was a human head in the ground, but I didn't really see it. We weren't close. I wish we were close. I wished every day that we were close. I could sort of watch him from the window. I loved him. Everyone loved him, except for the victims. I actually knew one of the girls. I knew Becky. She was the neighbor girl. She would come over to watch my kids. And I remember one day she came over and she said, Susanna, I don't like that neighbor James, you know, I don't like, he watches me when I'm walking around. And I said, Becky, shut the hell up. You are so lucky to be watched by that man. And I stand by it. No, she was. It's unfortunate what happened to her. Sometimes I don't believe it. I mean, there's no way he did these things. He only told me that he wanted to kill women a few times. It wasn't even a lot. It was only a few. I just never expected him to be the backyard killer. I thought those bodies he was burying were props. I thought he was a jokester, a comedian. Any woman was lucky to be alone in a room with that man. He said as he was getting arrested that he was only killing the most beautiful girls he could find. That comment was the comment that struck me most about that. I found it interesting that I wasn't on the list. No, I'm very grateful that I wasn't on the list. I didn't want to be murdered, but yeah, I was always like, most beautiful girls, but we talk every day, James. Every other day. He would sometimes close the door on me. I remember I even went over to his house one time and I was like, James, let me in, let's have a drink. I'd love to get to know you more. And he told me to get out, and I just think that was a perfect opportunity to get me in the backyard with those beautiful ladies, but no. And that confirms to me that this was planted, and I don't think he did it. I don't think I could have helped the police with anything. I didn't know anything. I only just saw bodies getting buried, but I'm not a coroner. I don't know if they're real. Oh, I fucked up, didn't I?
Hello, it is me, Jessica. I am here submitting my application official to become part of your establishment and a member of your great team. I am applying for the position of Chuck E. Cheese mascot at Chuck E. Cheese Incorporated. Here are my qualifications for the role. I have a cat which brings in the occasional mouse. So I've seen it. I can get there. Recently, I was on a train, and I know mouse go on trains. I was an extra on the vertical short Millionaire Daddy Makes Me His Puppy. What else? If you have ever seen
that video of the woman singing opera at like the bus stop, and she's like, oh. I've seen that as well, so I am well versed in sort of the world of pop culture. I've gone to, I have gone to Chuck E. Cheese, but I was banned after. It wasn't my fault. It was my cousin's party, and my cousin did sort of shit just everywhere. And I sort of wanted to protect my cousin, and so I did put the blame on this like 85-year-old woman who was serving us pizza. I do apologize for that, but I already apologized in the lawsuit. Fuck. Is this more than, this is 0 takes? This is my only one. Shit. I can, fuck. Okay, please hire me. I'm willing to work for minimum, like, $2 an hour. I need my mom off my back, dude. Do you know what I mean? And, like, look, between you and me, I just am sick and tired of cleaning my room, and if she's like, if I'm like, I have a job, I can, stop cleaning it, and I can let the dishes pile up because I kind of like the smell. Jessica, that was my application. I hope you will consider me for the position. I love you. Sorry. Hi, my name is Grace, and I am your future girlfriend. Whoa, I know what you're thinking. No, you're not. Or you're thinking, I don't want a girlfriend. Or you're thinking, I'm already married. Well, then this isn't for you, but it is for you who are wondering, who's my future girlfriend? It's me. And let me tell you all the reasons why. Number 1, I one time got hit by a car, but it didn't hurt that bad. I only broke 2 ribs, but I walked away because, I didn't walk away. I did, but it was sort of a stumble. But the car drove away and it hit me on the way out. But I only broke some ribs and a leg in both of them, my legs. I broke both legs. Number 2, I don't know if you've ever heard of cooking, but I can do that. Number 3, I can dance the night away. Number 4, I can sing. Oh, say, can you sing? Number 6, I graduated high school. Number 8, I was once visited by God, and he told me that I'm your future girlfriend. I can read. Did I already say that? Fuck. If you ever heard of the term vanilla, that's what I smell like. I have a pet mouse named Mousy, and sometimes he'll crawl around and he might bite you. But I got some antibiotics from when I got rabies last year. So it'll be, but Mousy, he's not. I have a notebook. I have to go.